Hey everybody, we're going to go over a little bit of an arm workout. This can be done for most overhand athletes, volleyball in particular, what we're talking about here. I'd really like for you to get a piece of paper and a pen and kind of lay out a schedule, and so that way you can keep track of these things. And also, a couple times here in the video, I'm going to be going over different types of reps and different sets for different age groups. So it'd be really nice to write down how many reps you're going to do of these certain exercises. So right now it's pretty laid out. We have a 5 days a week plan. Monday is going to be a lot of overhead forward throwing motions. Tuesday is an equal amount of forward and back motions. Wednesday is a lot of back motions only. Thursday is a free day. Friday is a lot of forward again. And then Saturday is both equal amount of forward and back, with Sunday being another free day. So 5 days a week. And we're going to be going over some of the equipment. Try to find some kind of, well, the whole premise of this is plyo balls. So we're going to be going over some heavy balls into easier strength balls. So say, for example, a 2 pound, then we're going to work our way down 2 pound, 1 pound, 5 ounce, 4 ounce, 3 ounce, into a tennis ball, into a towel, into something very, very thin, and then your hand basically you're gonna be, because in volleyball we're swinging our arm through with our hand, so we want to make sure that our arm speed is really quick, and we're really training our fast twitch muscles. So again, we're taking time in between workouts, in between rep sessions here. We're not trying to overuse our muscles too much. We're really trying to make them quicker and more efficient, and our movements very precise. So coordination, movement, coordination, precision, and technique is really key here. You're also going to need a 2-foot towel. This is really important because the towel drills that we do are single hand, different kind of tosses and different kind of motions that really help us coordinate our movements. Another thing is just a set of 2 5-pound or even 3-pound dumbbells. You can find these at a lot of different stores. I mean, tons and tons of different stores. They don't cost hardly anything. Just a set of those. You can find some kind of elastic bands also. You can find these at many, many stores. And lastly is, or second to last, is a body blade stick. I make these from Lowe's. You can get a PVE pipe, and they cost about $1.50 literally. So the ones that professionals use, they cost like $100, and these cost $1.50, and they work unbelievably well. So go to Lowe's, get some PVC pipe, and it's a big, long ones. You can find the ones and cut it there to make it really accurate. These are really, really helpful. And last is a football if you want to. I really like having a football. It kind of works on that hip shoulder separation or external rotation, some good things going on. So things we're going to do every day is we're going to warm up every day with these exercises. You're going to get a key amount of exercises done by the main guy here is Tom House. He was a great baseball pitcher at his time, and he was the guy that's behind all these kind of movements. He is a really famous guy. I'd really like for you, in this piece of paper that you have, to Google Tom House, Google him, Google some of his clients. His first one was Nolan Ryan. I really hope you could Google Nolan Ryan. Second one was Tom Brady. You can Google Tom Brady, and Drew Brees. Also, you can Google Drew Brees. These are NFL quarterbacks, but he's also worked with hundreds and hundreds of professional baseball players, and tennis, water polo, everything you can think of. So all these upper body movements, all these arm movements are all similar to different kind of overhead athletes. And I actually went to his personal camp and had some sessions and did little things that was working for volleyball specifically. So these examples are baseball players, and some of these guys are things, but they're exactly the same things that I did, exactly the same things that I teach, and they are related to every overhead athlete. So another thing is consistency. You want to be really consistent in your motions and your movements and your days doing this. So it's got to be a consistent week-to-week effort. And we're talking about arm speed here, not just arm strength. Proper form, of course, is important. Attention to details is extremely important. Arm speed over just arm strength is these exercises. So we're really focusing on speed. Really want to get our arm moving and loose and fluid. And we're going to go ahead. This is going to be the first one. This is a warm-up that we're going to do every single day. I'm going to let this run here. This is Tom House working. He's going to talk also with his partner, and his partner's going to be on the side, so it's going to give you a forward and side view. So we're going to go ahead, and this is our warm-up every single day.
We're going to take our elbows out and our thumbs up. They're going to come back down. Elbows out, thumbs up. Elbows out, thumbs up. Then you're going to put your hands, thumbs up, right in front of your face. You're going to turn your thumbs under as far as you can. You'll feel this in your elbow. Thumbs under as far as they can go, and extend out as far as you can. Come back up. Thumbs down and out. Come back up. Thumbs down and out. And come back up. Then you shake it out. Then you take your throwing hand, you're going to put it right in front of your face. You're going to reach across with your off hand. Pull out on your fingers as hard as you can pull. That's a backside wake-up call. Push in as hard as you can push. Front side wake-up call. Pull out. Push in. Pull out as hard as you can pull. Keep pulling out. Go right, left. Circles forward. Circles in reverse. Swim forward. Swim in reverse. Keep pulling out as hard as you can pull. Down and touch. Back up. Down and touch. Back up. Push in as hard as you can push. Back to front side work. Right, left. Circles forward. Circles in reverse. Swim forward. Swim in reverse. Keep pushing in. Down and touch. Back up. Down and touch. Back up. And shake it out. All right, now we're going to go to prayer positions. And this, you get out of this what you put into it. So if you give a maximum effort, you're going to wake everything up in a hurry. So prayer position, elbows shoulder height. Oh boy, right. Push your palms together as hard as you can push. Fastball, hard. 2, 3. Thumbs down. 2, 3. Thumbs up. 2, 3. Rotate big. 2, 3. Back to neutral. Go right, left. Kind of make a wave. 2, 3. Back to neutral. This is for your elbow. Push little fingers together as hard as you can. Ring fingers, middle fingers, pointer fingers, thumbs. Go spider on a mirror. Push as hard as you can push. This reinforces tendons in the fingers, the wrist, and the elbow. Rotate big. 2, 3. Back to neutral with your palms. Bring your forearms down. Now your shoulders are going to start heating up pretty good right now. Push your palms and your forearms together. Hard fastball position. 2, 3. Turn your thumbs out. Breaking ball position. Push hard. 2, 3. Turn your thumbs in and push hard. 2, 3. Back to neutral. Bring your elbows down till they hit your belly. Flare your elbows. Take your palms right in front of your belly button. Push your palms as hard as you can push. And then squeeze your elbows on your rib cage as hard as you can squeeze. And then you touch your elbows right in front of your rib cage. Bring your elbows chin high and hold. 2, 3. Take your fingers, put them on the base of your neck. Lift your chin. Touch your forearms and push as hard as you can push underneath your chin. 2, 3. Relax, take it up over the top. Go back to fastball forearms. Breaking ball forearms. Change up forearms. And shake it out. And Ryan, I think will agree that will really wake up your shoulder capsule. The last part of the upper body wake up for shoulders and elbows are what we call simple arm circles, but we're going to do it in fastball, breaking ball, change-up position with our wrists and forearms. So Ryan will start, and we're going to go small, medium, large. Make sure your hands are in front of your shoulder capsules. You don't want your hands behind your shoulder. You want them in front. All right. If you can remember to do it, pinch your shoulder blades through this whole set of exercises. Okay, with your palms down, small circles forward, medium circles forward, large circles forward. Then we're going to reverse it. Large, medium, and small. 2, 3, 4, 5. Thumbs up. Small forward. Medium forward. large forward, large backward, medium backward, and small 2, 3, 4, 5. Thumbs down, small forward, medium forward, large forward, backward large, medium, and small 2, 3, 4, 5. And Ryan, I think both of us are ready to go play a little catch right now.
All right, so from there we're going to go into a little bit of, that's a really good warm-up. I'm going to need to do that every single time. So on the back days, we're going to do these kind of exercises with a pulling tension cord here, so the elastics. You can do this on any day you want to, just for kind of shoulder back rehab, stability, strength. So we're going to go into just some lunging, nice lunge pull back. We're really pulling the back here. We're really getting the back going, really holding. I want to see exactly this kind of form. See how his hands are above his shoulders just a little bit, not too high, not too low, not in a pinching motion. Let's make sure that we're really, really accurate on these kind of motions. And right here again, let's get in those good movements. Let's be very accurate. Hold it for a couple seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to go fast, flexing out. So out here, we're really pinching the back. We don't want to lead with the shoulders. We want to lead and grab the back motion, really. So lead and push with the back. Again, high snaps. Again, a piece of paper, writing these down would be really helpful for you. High snaps rather quickly. You see how everything's pretty much going backwards here. Really getting that back fired up, those stabilizers going, a good base. Again, these are some tricep extensions, so you're really feeling it in your triceps back here. Some external rotation. Make sure that hitting right arm, that elbow is touching the side of your body here. So keeping that pinch just like this. This is perfect form here. Then you can hold it for a couple seconds. Then a high one here. External rotation. So externally means outwardly. And then a nice hold. Then a full extension, so you're getting that bicep really opening up. You're really feeling that chest open up, that bicep tendon opening up. Really elasticing those arms. Again, now a little bit down, pulling, strengthening, really getting that longevity out so you can feel that stretch. All right, so that's a good little warm up for your shoulder with the elastic bands. So we're going to do that every single day also. The shoulder tube routines, this is what I was talking about with the PVE pipe. We can get into, you can buy these things pretty cheaply, honestly like $2. So we're going to get it right in the middle. You're going to hold it right in the middle, and you're going to create some bending bow action. So I want you to have good posture, good standing. You're just going back and forth with your arm, back and forth. You can feel it on the top going back and forth so you get a good rhythm. You want to go across your chest, outside of your body, and back and forth. So we want some range of motion while we're getting this elastic going here. This is really going to light up your shoulders here. This is great movement, stability, strength. So again, shoulder down, full range of motion. We're going to go through 2 to 3 sets. So if you're starting off, I want to go for about 3 minutes each arm, 2 times. If you're just starting off, 2 times. If you've gotten a pretty good rhythm, you've gone this pretty far, I want to do 3 different sets. So you can do all these different exercises. See how he doesn't stop at all? You're going for 3 minutes straight without stopping, changing arm rotations, changing different locations without stopping for 3 minutes, 3 different times each arm. Again, writing these down would be really helpful. So you can make up your routine, get them down, write them down, make sure you have a game plan out here. I've pretty much laid it all out for you. The back exercises with the elastic bands, that's just one time through each series. You want to do about 7 or 8 reps each exercise for the arm bands. Here we're just still working on our thumb up, thumb down rotation. So we're really working that ball and socket joint of our shoulder, working the different muscles of our deltoid. We have a whole bunch of different muscles that hold that rotator cuff in place. So we're opening up that arm capsule, getting mobility and strength in that arm capsule at the same time. Again, 3 minutes straight without stopping. You don't have to get into all this right here. This is just a little bit, coordination kind of things. But we want it to really be elasticing, and we want it to have this vibration where it's a tight, nice vibration that's really working our shoulder back and forth into a bracing position. So this is a really good one here. Forward, you can go back and forth like this, and then you can go up and down too. This is forward and back. You can go down and up within the same position like this right there. Yes, right there. And then forward here. This is a really great one right there too. So back and forth. You see how it's keeping in motion. This is really important. Full range of motion. You can work on good body control, good opening up that chest, keeping that leg. You can get a good kind of stretch too in your legs at the same time. You can get a hip flexor stretch, really working that overhand. So this is actually an interesting video. This is Vladimir Zaitsev. He's one of the best players for Italy. He's actually one of the top hitters in history. Like literally he hits the ball, his serve is ranked one of the highest, hardest hitting serves ever. And he has one of these things too. So that's kind of interesting. They're doing this in Italy too. I found a video of him with the same kind of thing. So this is volleyball directly, of course. Sorry, Ivan Zaitsev. Okay, so now when we get into exercises for back exercises, this will be back day. We're going to get into, these are the 3 pound to 5 pound weights.
Lateral raises, okay? So we're going to slightly bend at the hips, lateral raises just like this. We're going to go 15 this way with our palms down, okay? So 15 this way. Focus on, we don't want our arms completely straight out like this. We want a little bit of bend in them, pretty much leading with our elbows, okay? But 15 palms down. Then we're gonna switch it up, do a little variation. I'm gonna turn my thumb up like I'm giving you a thumbs up, just like that. So we're gonna turn our thumbs up and do 15 just like this, okay? Thumbs up. And then, after we do the thumbs up, then we're gonna switch that again and we're gonna do thumbs down. So this is really gonna work on hitting different parts of your shoulder, different parts of your rotator cuff, and you're gonna start to feel a burn pretty much right away, even with this first exercise. But this is lateral raises, one of my favorites. Okay, the next one is the front shoulder raises. So again, we're gonna start out with our palms facing the ground, do them straight up just like this. And this is not a herky-jerky motion or a quick motion. This is slow and controlled, all the way up, all the way down. And we're not going any further than this. We're not going above our shoulders. That's gonna cause some engagement and things like that. So we're just going to shoulder height and back down, controlling the weight the entire time. So this is palms down, then again, thumbs up like this, okay? And then thumbs down. So if this is too much, if it's too much to do 15 for each, you can split it up and do 5, 5, and 5. So you can do 5 with your palms facing the ground. 5.
So I'd really recommend doing just a couple of these on days that you have both only forward. On days that you have both back and forward, you're going to do a full workout of this. This is mostly the back and obviously days on back. But even if you have just the forward days, I would do a variation just of a couple of these just to get warmed up. So just a key point.
5 thumbs in the air and 5 thumbs to the ground. That might be a better way to do it, especially if you're new to this. Okay, the next one, Ys. This is very similar to what we just did. Our thumbs are gonna go to the sky and our arms are just gonna go out a little bit further to the side at a 45-degree angle. We're making a Y, kind of like you'd sing the song YMCA, okay, just like this. These are Ys, so 15 reps. Doing this particular exercise right here. You should feel it, the top of your shoulder, it should start to burn. At this point, there should be no pain, just a slight burn. That's a good sign. Okay, and then from L's, then we go into empty cans. So just like you'd have a soda can and you're emptying it, pouring it out on the ground, that's the motion. We're gonna go up this way and then empty the cans going down. So I'm gonna go up just like I just did, thumbs to the sky doing the Y, and then I'm gonna turn, I'm gonna empty the cans and go down. So you'll notice I go out and I'm wide when I go out, and then I come back in like this. This pretty much hits every single part of your shoulder. I love the empty cans. You're gonna really feel a burn with this one. Nice and slow, nice and controlled the entire time. All right, now let's do a little bit of internal and external rotation. It's just like this, okay? You can do one arm, just your throwing arm, or you can actually incorporate both arms, go side to side. This is our internal and external rotation. And then we're gonna elevate that. I like to call these elevated windshield wipers. So we're gonna go up here like this, just like this. See, I'm alternating, nice and slow and controlled. Keeping my elbows about shoulder height, and I'm not moving my elbows a ton. This is not an elbow exercise. This is working our shoulders, working our rotator cuff. This is elevated windshield wipers. All right, now let's do some L's. So we're gonna make both of our arms in the shape of an L like this, okay? Start out just like this. Again, not too high, not too low. Just our elbows pretty much about shoulder height. And then what we're gonna do is slowly rotate forward and then back. Making an L, rotating inward and outward. Internal rotation, external rotation. This is awesome because this is really like a throwing motion. I'm feeling the burn at this point, and you should be too. L's. Okay, now bent over lateral raises. So again, we're gonna bend a little bit more at the hips, okay? Lean forward, and again, leading with my elbows, just like this. I like to face forward, so I'm looking right at you right now, face forward. And again, my arms are not straight like this. I'm leading slightly, very slightly with my elbows, but I'm bent over, just like this. You're gonna really feel this on the back side of your shoulder, working on that rotator cuff. Your rotator cuff is kind of like brakes on a car. You know, you're only gonna be able to drive a car, you only wanna drive a fast car when it has good brakes. It's the same with your throwing arm. Your arm is only gonna go forward as fast as it can decelerate, as fast as it can stop. So you wanna have great brakes built up, and that's what we're building up with this particular workout. A rotator cuff is like brakes on a car. All right, now let's do some oppo lateral raises. So we're gonna start with our hands by our side, and I'm gonna go my right arm, I'm gonna bring it up to the left and back down. And our left one to the right and back down. So we're just going to the opposite side. Okay, you're gonna hit this, your shoulder in just a little bit of a different area. Again, it should be pretty much burning at this point. Slow and controlled. It's very important as we get through this workout. You know, towards the end, you're really gonna wanna start cheating with your arm, or with your, using the rest of your body and things like that. You really have to remain slow and controlled. We're not speeding up the motion or anything. We're not getting any other body part involved. Slow and controlled. That's how you're gonna get the most bang for your buck with this workout. Those are the oppo lateral raises. And the final one that we got, I really like to get in a foot strike. After foot.
The last one we're going to do is here, we're going to skip the last one, but we want to do some full rotation with the weight before we start throwing. So I want to get full rotation forward, full rotations back with the weight, and before we get into the real balls. So you're going to rotate 10 each arm, 2 times to 3 times with a weight. You can even use the weights we just had. So 2 to 3 pounds. Get that arm going forward, keeping that head good posture. So first exercise we're going to do with forward motion is just hang drops, and we're just going to catch, drop, catch, drop. So we're still keeping our arm 90 degrees here and then up. So catching and dropping, we're accelerating up. Catching.
Based on the
So now,
reports that we were getting.
so now again, we're going to start throwing some motions here. Start off with some good back throws. We're going to start off everything we're going to do. Let's write this down here. We're going to write down, we're going to throw backwards. We're going to throw each ball twice. We should have a series of 5 different balls, and then into your towel, and then into your hand. So 7 different balls total, 7 different throws, 7 different movements. And you're going to start off with the heaviest ball, then you're going to go to the next heaviest, then the next lightest, the lightest, all the way down to your hand. So we're going to do 2 throws each, really fast, getting the motion. So I want to start off with the back first, forward. These are a couple motions, just a show of what's going on here. I have a new series here, so we're going to start off with on our knees first. And I really want our knee to be...
Research shows that if they throw
Keep
as
that
hard as they
shoulder
can
hip
on their knees,
separation. So everything we're going to start off doing 2 series. We're going to start 1 on our knees, and then 1
they do when they get
standing.
on the mound in a game. If you'll notice, they've arranged their knees and their hips, and they work their shoulders.
So this is really important. This is why I put the volume on here. So arranging your knees and your hips so you get that good hip, then shoulder separation, both here, shoulder separation. So that's why I kept the volume on here.
Their hips, and they work their shoulders with as much torque as they possibly can, as much twist as they possibly can. And the key here is when they finish the throw, does the glove stay in front of the body? Actually, all these kids do a really good job. Big torque. Keep the glove in front, guys. Big torque, glove in front. Big torque, glove in front. Now, we're not demonstrating today, but you can throw fastballs, breaking balls, splits, and change-ups, whatever your pitch is.
Again, so this is the proper form when we're on the ground. We want to do 2 sets if you're just starting, 3 sets if you're advanced. Again, then on the ground. So this is, I want this same kind of bent area with your legs. So that was really important to show how the legs are forward motion, and then you're loading up and you're twisting that hip shoulder separation. After you do 2 to 3 sets of all the exercises, you're going to go to standing in the same one. So it's good to rock back and forth a little bit into those movements. So we're going to get a nice base, really working well. Rock and then move. All right, so this is gonna be the first back exercise too here. We're throwing the ball, as you can see. Let's really make sure that we're having a wall, and let's put on a target here. Let's put an X or something with some tape or something where we want to hit, because volleyball we want to aim a little bit higher. So I want to do 2 throws each ball, and then move on to the next ball. And you're gonna go from heaviest to easiest. Finally, after you run out of balls, you're gonna do the towel twice, and then you're gonna do the hand by yourself, empty hand. So here, you don't have to go as fast as that. So then the next one we're gonna pivot with our feet going forward, really opening up this chest, opening up the hips. You can see this rotation, how the hip is really opening up, just like a volleyball here. You can literally picture a volleyball here hitting the hand and the hit. So we're talking about volleyball, and we don't want to aim so much down. Let's aim for a target about there, because this is volleyball, right? So we're aiming up high. So let's keep that elbow a little bit higher, aim high, and follow through. Again, 2 throws of each ball, then move on to the next ball. So we're gonna go about 2-pound ball twice, 1 pound ball twice, and then an 8-pound or 8-ounce ball twice, a 2-ounce ball twice, a wiffle ball or like a ping pong ball twice, then a towel. You're gonna toss the towel, hit the towel twice, and then your hand twice. And you're gonna do that. You're gonna take about a 1.5 2 minute break, and then you're gonna go into the second set. And I really want a good stride too with this one here. So this is a good stride throw. You can do these variations of these throws. We want to get about 2 of these exercises going each time. Again, let's mark a little bit higher here. You don't need to be on a mound. But let's put some tape up there, and let's mark a little bit higher of a zone because our hitting angle and our hitting elbow needs to be a little bit higher for this. Again, he does the same program, Tom House. He does this same program for every athlete. For me as a volleyball player, he did this program as for water polo players. Here's another player. This is Bauer. He's a big-time Major League Baseball player. Hundreds of millions of dollars he makes. And again, a little bit of his talking and rotation and core movements, just just showing you kind of how he's throwing and what he's thinking about here. So it's really about the hips. It's really about the shoulder rotations. These are just some more examples, kind of a little bit slower examples. So really going in, really leading with the hips and the shoulders. Again, big time pitcher, multi-millions. And it's good to have these kind of rotations. So these are just some good examples of another person doing it. But let's get into, mainly, let's write this down. I want to do 2 sets if I'm a beginner on the ground, then 2 sets standing. And if I'm been training for a while, 3 sets on the ground on the knee, how we did before on the knee, and then 3 sets standing. You're gonna do about, on the knee, you're just gonna do the 1 exercise, just backwards and then throwing forward. So actually 2 exercises. So backwards and then forward. Standing, you're gonna do standing with 1 leg crossover. Then the next one, you can do the other exercise where you're leaning in. And the third exercise where you're really going after it and launching forward. So those are the actual throwing plyometric drills. We really want to get those. These are like the really speed-oriented things. So we want to go full speed, full throws, really hit our target here. Next is going to be some towel drills. Towels are really important.
From that camera, you look where glove is relative to front foot and whether it stays.
I want you to do the same thing. See how he has a pitcher here, but his target's low. But I want you to get against a wall, and I want you to put another target up high. Same mechanics as he's talking about, but I want you to aim high and snap through. The same exact thing, the same exact everything, except aiming up for a towel on a wall.
From this camera angle or the catcher's camera angle, does his head tick-tock back and forth? No. Go ahead.
So we're looking at stability and form here.
All right, now just to show you, and watch what happens.
Okay, so same thing. So here's another player. This is Matt Barkley. He's a really good quarterback. So for football, they have it a little bit more. They have a football on a stick here, and he's going up and attacking it the same way. You can use a wall right here and then put some tape up high like that and attack it. So stepping forward with your lead foot, chest open, hold shoulder hip separation. So you can see this really hip shoulder separation coming. And then you're attacking with that arm just like that forward. Very, very volleyball. All overhead athletes. It's very similar. It's all the same kind of things. They train every athlete. They train multi-million dollar players. The towel exercises are very good.
You corrected it. You corrected a hit on this side of it.
Biggest names throw footballs. And this.
So this is Tom House on the left right here, and you can see a picture of Drew Brees, and he's talking. I'll go over just for a second really quick on football mechanics, just for if you want to throw a football, just for fun. It really helps because it's a weighted ball. It really helps getting your shoulder over the top, and it helps your wrist action and snapping and all these things. Opposite but equal arm motion, so we're opening up just like a volleyball hit. We want to have two hands on the ball. Look where it is on his chest here. Parallel here, eyes up, heads up, feet are in a good position. When we go to throw, we're going to move slightly back while we're loading up. Opening up so our chest, hip open, our foot's leaning forward. And then we're driving up, arm angle, very similar to volleyball. It's a very similar motion to volleyball. And then we follow all the way through. Here, it's going to take you some time if you're not used to throwing a football, but we really want to get that hand around the ball. See how he's around that hand? Just like a volleyball, we want to get around that ball. We don't want to get the side of the ball. We want to get on top of that ball. So you can really see his fingers over on top of it. It's going to take you some time to get a good throw down, but it's a fun kind of thing. They always do it for every athlete, even baseball players, pitchers, everybody. They all throw the football at the end. So it is part of his routine, and it does help. But it's also fun, and he works on hand-eye coordination. And it's just kind of throw back and forth and see how far you can throw and see with a partner or a friend, or somebody else. So these are a little bit mechanics on throwing, and we get just like we do with volleyball. We throw our hand all the way through, just like a follow through. So again, that's Tom House on the left. I would really recommend Googling Tom House. Again, here's the last one. We're going to hold the towel. And since it's volleyball, we're going to throw without anything in our hand. Just like even here. This is not Carson Wentz. This is the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals. He's a pretty big-time player. But opening up here, empty hand, throwing through fast. We want to have that kind of a vibration through the air, cutting through the air very quickly. Okay, so here again, 5-day plan. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays off, Friday, Saturday, Sundays off. And the equipment, you can find these things. You can make impromptu equipment, but ideally try to get balls and weights that are pretty good for you. If you're a smaller or younger kid, get very simple weights, very easy weights. Easier the better. If you're normal, if you're an adult, then you can go up to the recommended 2-pound start, then 1 pound, and so forth. That 2-foot towel, 5-pound or 3-pound dumbbell set, medium elastic stretch band, the body blade thing that we can make, and a football. So again, every day we're going to do that warm up. Every day is consistency and proper form, of course, arm speed. We're really working on speed, okay? So we're going to do on forward days, we're going to make sure that we're on our knees first, doing exercises throwing forward, 2 times each ball, 2 sets if you're new, 3 sets if you're experienced. Then we're going to stand up, do the exercises of standing and throwing, and then we're going to rotate, twisting, and then we're going to do that run up. So there's going to be 4 different exercises for 4 days. So on your knees forward, just normal, then standing, just kind of normal throws, then really bending and twisting, opening up, rotating that body, really throwing it hard, And then the fourth exercise is really running up into it and really throwing it as fast as you can. So just like the videos showed. Back days, you're going to focus really on those dumbbell exercises, and then all the exercises where you saw they were on their ground on the knees were throwing backwards, rotating backwards, and throwing against the wall. So all those exercises you saw, we're going to do on back days. You're going to have three different exercises. Again, 2 sets of those exercises. You're going to throw the ball 2 balls, 2 times each ball. So if I have my 2-pound ball, I'm throwing it twice. If I have my 1-pound ball, I'm throwing it twice. If I have my 8-pound ball, I'm throwing it twice. If I have my 5-ounce, 4-ounce tennis ball, towel, and then hand only, each one of those is twice. That equals 1 set. All right, so that's 1 set through. After that set through, we're going to take a rest, come back, do that same exercise again. That's 2 sets. So again, if you're inexperienced, that you're going to do 2 sets. If you're experienced, you're going to do 3 sets. And that's that one simple exercise. Every day it would be nice to do that body blade thing if you can buy those. Again, I literally bought them for $1.50. They can cut them at Lowe's. Lowe's is a great place to go. It's really easy, efficient, it's open. And a football also, you can get any kind of football, really cheap, doesn't have to be much. All these exercises combined, each day should take you maybe an hour at the most, 40 minutes, and it's really going to help your arm speed. This is also injury prevention, but arm speed and injury prevention, it's going to help tremendously if you do this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really encourage you guys to get into a routine of this. It's not just about strength and lifting weights only. It's really about movements. It's really about speed. It's really about functionality. It's really about getting that shoulder rotator cuff strong, just like that guy was saying about that's your brakes. You really can't throw your arm any harder than you want to capture it. So your arm doesn't want to get thrown out of the socket. Your arm will only go as fast forward as it is available to stop, right? So it's the brakes. So it's really important to strengthen those back muscles just as much as the front muscles, and warm up those shoulder capsules, everything else. You want range of motion. You're going to realize that you're going to be hitting the ball with so much more range and speed and accuracy. So those are all key points. These are all great things to do aside from just the volleyball and aside from the weightlifting. This is an added piece that's going to really help your game out. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.